Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight I'm making, I'm sure there's recipes out there for it, but it started off with my own recipe making this, chili macaroni basically. It's basically a chili bean with macaroni added to it. So, hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for coming. And I haven't done this in a while, so I'm probably a little rusty doing it. So bear with me, but I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down and hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully everybody can see everything okay.
Looks good.
Great.
At your feet.
Yay. So here, of course, I have a skillet that I am going to, let's see here. I want to make sure you guys can see okay. Can you guys see okay?
Perfect. Perfect.
So I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on. And go ahead and get started here. Can you guys still see okay? And hear okay, I hope. So I'm just going ahead and just heating my stove up. And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. You guys can use whatever kind of oil you like. I just prefer olive oil. I don't even measure. I don't measure a lot of stuff. I kind of go by sight. And, but anyway, so this is just some olive oil, just Bertolli brand olive oil. Again, you can use whatever oil you want of your choice. And I've gone ahead and pre-cut a whole green bell pepper and also a 1.5 of a very small white onion. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the pan. Go ahead and get that sauteing. Just going to go ahead and put that all together in the one pan. If you don't like onions, you could leave this out. If you don't like bell pepper, you could also leave that out. And of course, I have already washed my hands before I have any hand washing. People say, you didn't wash your hands, but I did. I have very clean hands. Always start cooking with clean hands. Anyway, like I said, if you don't like onion, you can omit that. If you like more onion, you could put even more onion in or less onion. If you don't like green bell pepper, you don't like bell peppers at all, you could leave that out, or you could add yellow bell peppers or red bell peppers. I have green on hand, so that's what I'm using. So we're just going to saute this up a little bit. It doesn't need to be cooked all the way through, just a little bit until it's basically what they say, translucent, I guess. It smells so good, you guys, already. I wish you could smell this. I don't know. Bell pepper and onion, something about it always smells so good. It smells really, really good. Okay, let's see. While that's going, let's see. Hi, Pebbles. Hi, Spoof. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Again, this is a really easy recipe. I just thought it would be something fun for me to make. It's kind of like last minute. I decided earlier that I was going to make this, and then obviously at the last minute here, I kind of decided to go ahead and do this on camera. I used to do this all the time when I had a channel years ago, and I really enjoyed doing it, but it's been so long now since I've done this that I was actually kind of nervous about doing it. Again, I'm not a person that measures everything, so I'll do the best I can to let you guys know about how much I used. Probably when this is over, I'll go ahead and add the ingredients in the description, so if anybody wants to make this, they can. Anyway, that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the heat, and then we will go on to our next step. So just bear with me here. Talks amongst yourselves while I do this, or you can listen to me clanging around. So what I'm going to do, since I'm also going to be adding meat to this, now I know some people don't eat meat. If you don't eat meat, you could definitely do this vegetarian. You could do steak in here. You could also do ground turkey, which we were going to do ground turkey, but I decided at the last minute to use ground beef. So I have a lean ground beef that I'm going to be adding to this skillet and cooking that up. Again, you could leave meat out of it altogether. It's just a personal preference. If you don't like meat, this is 1 pound of extra lean ground beef. I actually got this at Aldi's. Of course, you can use the meat of your choice. If you use ground beef, you could use whatever amount of leanness, I guess, to your preference. This is just what I use. Oh my goodness, it smells so good, you guys. Now what I like to do is I don't want to season this meat until after I've drained the fat, although there probably will not be too much fat because, like I said, it's pretty lean. So it probably won't, it probably will not be a lot of fat probably to drain off. So while that's doing its thing, let's see. So how is everyone tonight? Hi Carla, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. You guys can see everything okay. And I think, I enjoy doing this, and it'd be nice, yes, if other people enjoy it too. But I like doing this, and I feel like after tonight, I'll probably do this more often because I really do enjoy doing this. And if anybody has any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. Again, this is a really simple recipe. I'm sure there's recipes out there on Pinterest and on the internet, period, for stuff that's, a recipe that's like this. But pretty much this is just my own, what to put in it, I guess. We will go ahead and get this cooked up through all the way before I drain it and season it and add it. Well, I'll probably go ahead and drain it and add it to my other pot that I have here, and then I will go ahead and season it from there. And so we will talk about the seasonings that I like to use for this. So what did everybody else have for dinner tonight? Or is it not quite dinner where you are? It's 10 after 5 here, so it's definitely dinner time here. This looks like it's getting there. Again, this is 1 pound of extra lean ground beef. We purchased this from Aldi's. We don't always get our meat from Aldi's. We get sometimes our meat from Aldi's, certain things. Huh?
Don't
Yeah. I've never had any problem with the meat at Aldi's. Um, Normally I do get my, our meat that we purchase, we buy it from, I guess you would say it's a meat market. But we were at Aldi's, so I went ahead and grabbed some ground beef from there. I also grabbed some ground turkey, and that's why I was kind of trying to decide if I wanted to make this tonight with ground turkey or ground beef. I've had it both ways. It's very, very good. Again, you could even chop up steak. You could use steak if you wanted to in this, and that's really good too. Or don't use any meat at all. Now, I usually like to go ahead and cook this pretty thoroughly through, although it's also going to be put into another pot with everything else, and it will cook there. So if it's not completely all the way through, it will be fine. Let me go ahead and let that just sit for a second, and let me go ahead and check the chat again to see if anybody's saying anything. Okay, you had a hamburger from a local place. Was it good, Spoof? I hope it was. Hi, Dari. Thank you for coming in. I'm so glad for you guys to join me in our kitchen tonight. This is so much fun. I actually really enjoy doing this. I forgot actually how much I enjoyed doing this actually. Okay, well this is looking pretty good. It smells so good, and I mean there's not even any seasoning on it yet, but it just smells so good, you guys. I could smell the peppers and the onions that I just got done cooking. It smells so good. Could you smell it, Phil? Does it smell good? I don't think you can hear me. It smells good? Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and remove this off of the stove and drain it, and I'll be right back. So is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? I hope so. It has been raining here, and I don't know, maybe we might get snow? Were we going to get some snow, Phil? So here is my pot that I now have the ground beef in. Also the onions and green pepper that I just cooked. I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove down a little bit lower. So this is the meat that's been drained. I'm going to go ahead and season this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what seasonings I'm using. Again, you guys could use whatever you like. I like to put garlic powder and onion powder in this. I'd prefer to use that instead of onion salt or garlic salt, because I'm just worried about making it too salty. So that's why I always prefer using the powder and not, garlic salt or onion salt. So you could use the garlic salt or onion salt of your choice. Or again, if you don't like it, leave it out. That's what's fun, wonderful about cooking. You can make it your own and make it any way you want. Okay, so I am adding half a teaspoon of onion powder. Now I'm probably going to go ahead and taste this too at some point, and if it needs more, I'll go ahead and adjust it. I'm also going to add a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm also going to add a half of a teaspoon of paprika. And I'm also going to add in I'm going to add, the next ingredient will be chili powder. I'm going to go ahead and probably put 1 teaspoon of this in. Again, you could make this as hot as you like, or you could even leave that out if you wanted to. That is fine. I'm going to go ahead and give a few shakes of just some regular coarse, or excuse me, just some regular pure ground black pepper. You could use no pepper if you want, or just a few sprinkles of that. I'm also going to add in a little bit of salt. You don't have to, but I'm just going to go ahead and just add a little bit of salt. And that's it for that. It smells so good. It looks so good and smells so good. Can you guys see it? It smells really good. Wow. Okay, let me go ahead and check to see the chat. Hi, Evelyn. Welcome. Yes, you could put cumin in this if you like. I'm using chili powder, but yes, you could use cumin, or you could use both, or you could just leave it out. I thought I actually had some cumin, but I don't have any. But I'm making a chili mac, which is basically, this is a chili with beans, and there's macaroni in it. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is I have, now if you don't want to add beans to this, I suppose you could leave it out. I like beans in it, so I add beans to it. Now you could use dried beans that you have soaked and cooked ahead of time. I've made it that way as well. Today I am doing it the easy way, and I have opened 3 cans, 3 15-ounce, I believe 15-ounce cans. Before I say that, let me make sure that that is correct. Yes, these are 15-ounce cans. I'm going to be adding 3 15-ounce cans of beans into here. Now you could use the beans of your choice. You could use black beans. You could do red kidney beans. There's beans that actually say chili beans on them. Now they're not like chili, like Denison's chili. It's just beans that have some seasoning on them. Basically, you could use what you like. I'm using what I like, which is 2 cans of red kidney beans. And sorry you guys, and 1 can of a mixed bean. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that right into here. I'm also going to add 1 can, which is also a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I'm using one that has no salt in it. You could even use fresh tomatoes in here, which I've done before. If you like more tomatoes, certainly add those in. If not, or if you don't like tomatoes, I guess you could just leave them out. But I like it in here, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Go ahead and just give that a little stir. We are going to be adding some water in here. Oops, I have also done before where I have added vegetable broth in here. I guess you could probably do a chicken broth. That tastes good too. Tonight I'm just going to be adding some water into here, which tastes just fine. It'll be really, really good. It smells really good. So there we go. And what I've done is I usually use my cans for my beans that I've added water to. So there is one can of water. And there is 2 cans of water. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat up a little bit. I think it looks really, really good. I'll be adding the macaroni to this. You could also add the macaroni of your choice. I'm using elbow macaroni. You could use shells. Typically it would be either a shell or a small or medium large elbow macaroni. I suppose you could probably use a rotini or something like that, but I think it's really, really good with elbow macaroni. Now I have done this both ways, where I have cooked the macaroni first and put it in, or you could actually just put the macaroni in uncooked, and trust me, it will cook in that. Now I usually add about 1 cup of macaroni. You could add more, you could add less. I usually look to see what that looks like, and because what's going to happen is the pasta will absorb a lot of this juice. You don't want it to be too dry, but a little bit is good. So let's see how that looks after I stir that in. This is going to be so good. I hope you guys think it looks good too. I don't know. I get so self-conscious. I think I'm going to actually add just a little bit more pasta to it. Just a little bit more. Probably around maybe a little bit less than 1/2 of a cup. And we'll go ahead and give that a whirl here with my spoon. And it looks really good, and it'll be really yummy. And obviously you guys probably don't want to stay with me until this is done, but maybe what we will do is after it's finished, maybe we will come back live and I don't know, maybe taste it live and then talk to you guys for a while, maybe. I don't know. I let this cook until it's heated through, and until the pasta is fully cooked, which probably won't take too long. Right now I have the heat up to medium high. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on it and just let it do its thing. I love this pot, but it's really, really heavy. It's a Lodge, I guess, pot. And I really like it for cooking stuff like this, but it's really, really heavy. So anyway, usually have to have Phil carry that for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will go ahead and when it's all finished, I will take a picture of it, and we may taste it on camera. Maybe I'm not quite sure, but obviously you guys can't stick around here with me for 30 minutes or whatever, or maybe you can. I don't know, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just let it do its thing. So thank you everybody for coming and joining us tonight. So thank you so much for your support, and we'll do this again soon. Have a good night. Bye.